What's up, everybody? Mark Holmes here, of course, with
Michael Anthony Fitness.
And it's was he louder than usual today? Sounded like he got a bounce in his step. Must realize it's Friday. It's the weekend.
Then had this, and I got that CBC stuff.
The
CBD oil that I use is good for your immune system.
Is it past the Dutchie from the left? That's not.
Doesn't have all that in it.
Okay. I'm just checking. Okay. So that's got you a little more energy, huh? All right.
Well, because that vitamin C in it, I'm not growing.
Well, that's cool to hear that. I'm glad to hear that. Interesting thing. Tom Brady, Tom Brady runs the NFL, says that the whole number change is going to lead to bad football.
Yes,
and my dad, I was at my parents' house. Were you in there when he was asking me?
I think it will.
He was like, "What's this whole thing about the numbers and all that and things?" I was explaining to him.
But the question is, how much it costs for Jalen Hurts to change his number? Because he changed his number to number 1.
But see, that was changing within the parameters of quarterbacks. See, the thing.
I thought you had to buy all the jerseys.
Well, no, that if you're changing, that's what they came up with. I think he changed that before the rule, but he was still a quarterback number. So the thing is what it is basically skill players can now be almost any number. So, when you're used to seeing running backs in the 20s and 30s, now they could be 2.
Hey, back in the day, we had a kicker that was 88.
Did we?
Yeah, we did.
I didn't know. He knew something that I didn't.
Sounds like that's how the run was.
So you can, originally wide receivers were only in the 80s, and they were opening up to, the lower numbers and stuff. And so now it's kind of wide open for those. And see, I understand what Tom Brady is saying because he's probably right. When you get older, you're not quite as quick mentally. Okay, and so you're used to seeing, your wide receivers would be, typically in the 80s and things like that. Your running back, he'd be in the 20s and 30s. And now all of a sudden, your running back, could be 2 or 4 or 8 or something like that. And so you can get confused, especially if you're an old ass like me. That's what happens to me all the time. I get confused. I start getting dementia and stuff. So Tom Brady may have something there as far as being an elderly statesman. And probably they should put in, because he is, he should be able to get an AARP card. Because seriously, what? He should be able to get a senior citizen's discount.
He's not that old.
Are you sure about that?
I mean, he's only 12.
In football years, he certainly is. They got dog years. Why don't they have football years? I mean, you 43 years old? Shit. I'm only a dozen years older than him, and look at how I am. I forget stuff. I lose the meaning of things. I mean, seriously. So, you think there's something to that?
Yeah, there is.
Or is it just Tom Brady just wants to bitch because I'm the GOAT?
There's something to it. I can't remember half the players already. I don't even know half the players on Dallas Cowboys. They change the numbers. I definitely won't remember.
Well, true, but okay. But here's the rationale on it. It's not going to matter this year. If you're an NFL player and you find out I'm Zeke Elliott, I'm in the top 10 in jersey sales. Oh, I'm going to change my number, but I got to buy all of the jerseys that are my old number. And what are you going to do with them? Seriously, what are you going to do with them?
There was rumors that Jerry Jones wanted to wear 22.
But
sounds like.
But no, seriously though, if you had to buy out all the jerseys, what would you do with all these jerseys you got to buy that have been printed out?
Okay, can't you sign them and sell them?
But that's your old number.
Is it worth something if you buy all of them, then sign them and sell them?
But that kills the market of selling the new ones. I mean, basically, you would end up probably donating them to a third world country. Because, see, here's what happens. See, a lot of you don't understand this. But they print up, before the Super Bowl champions. So both teams, whatever 2 teams are playing, they got it set up. And what happens with the overstock is they'll take it to some third world and say, here you go. And so you'll see, I'm trying to think of a team that's been there. Vikings, yeah. You go to third world countries, you'll see Minnesota Vikings because they went to 4 up and lost. or Buffalo Bills, world champions, Super Bowl champions.
Because
they got to be prepared, because you got all those people in the stadium that want to get the stadium gear. So it's better to take the loss on printing up half of it, and then not to have the sales, because it's so inflated anyway. You buy a stadium gear T-shirt, it's like $40. The day after the Super Bowl, here's another little secret for you too. The day after the Super Bowl, the morning after the Super Bowl, that's the best time to buy the gear. You won't have as much selection, but it's like 75% off. They're just giving the shit away. They're trying to pack up and get out of town and grab the last dollars that they can. So just a little secret there. But Tom Brady, I'm with you, man. Let's stick together for us old people. You're looking at me like I'm crazy. You know I'm old, right? You ain't exactly a spring chicken your damn self.
Yeah, but I know I have friends that parents are older than you. They're my age.
Yeah, I'm sure you do. I keep saying, man, I'm just losing Humpty Hump, man. Shock G. Man, there I go. I mean, damn. I realized that tomorrow's not promised, man. I mean, we got DMX. What? I mean,
I didn't know Shock G was older than you.
Only about 2 years, or really a year and a half. And then you got Prince Marky D from The Fat Boys Are Back. And you know, they can never be whacked. The Fat Boys are back. And they know they will never be whacked. Fat Boys and rapper Ecstasy. I mean, we're talking about 5 minutes of funk. See, they don't make rap music like that anymore, man. See, rap music was I mean, that was, you actually told a story, not about some hoes and, lick you down and this, that, and stuff. They used to like do battle and stuff, and you think about Rapper's Delight from the hip hop hippity. I mean, come on. That was when music was music, man. I don't know what that shit is that they do now. I'm sorry, it's just not the same, man. They were poets back then. You think about I'm gonna tell you, Run DMC, they were ahead of the times, man. They are modern day poets. When I woke up this morning and got out of bed, I had some really fresh thoughts going through my head. There were no guns, no tanks, no atomic bombs. To be frank, homeboy, there were no arms, just a vision of peace all across the land. It was a dream. I mean, come on. Between all countries, there were good relations. There finally was a meaning to United Nation, and everybody had an occupation. I mean, come on. That's some real shit there, man. That ain't like that shit you got now. I mean, what is that shit? I can't even understand what the fuck they're saying anymore.
It's called mumble, right?
Is that what it is? It damn sure is some mumble, I mean, see, back in my day, we had Public Enemy. What the hell's a Public Enemy anyway? But seriously though, back in my day, the music was also about trying to make change, Public Enemy, man, that was like a war between, the establishment and stuff, and of course, I mean, back then, the music meant something. I don't know about this stuff today, man. Anyway, this is what happens when you deal with old people, and I'm an old people. Hope you guys tune in tonight for this old person and this younger person for our live stream, 9 o'clock Eastern. My man DMV won't be here tonight, but we may do something special on Sunday with you channel members. Yeah, we may do the pre-draft show where we try and put everything I've done together and see if it all blows up. It almost blew up last Friday, so hopefully I got it shipped together. All right, you got anything there?
Other than to get my man Search in.
Oh, JC Horn throwing a little shade at him.
Nah, forget about JC Horn.
Well,
the only way you get JC Horn is if they trade back. They're not going to pick him at number 10.
I don't know. I'm beginning to think that J.C. Horn's the better player, but that's just me.
Oh, come on.
That's just come on. What do you mean, come on? You know what? It seems like whenever they put the spotlight on that guy, oh, this is the guy. Very rarely do they end up being the guy.
That's what they're doing with that tight end.
Kyle Pitts.
He's supposedly the second best player in the draft.
Yeah. All right, y'all. I'll see you back. It's 1:20 already? Damn, where's the day gone? Damn. I don't know why the time just keeps on slipping into the future. Peace.